Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a Spider-Man cake. I'm starting with 2 sponge cakes and a Spider-Man template that I just traced on some baking paper. What you're going to do is place the 2 cakes on top of each other with the template on top. Cut around the template using a sharp knife and be careful as this is going to be the outer shape of the face. Carefully cut through the bottom of the cake and remove the excess cake away. Using the Spider-Man template, I've placed a toothpick where I want the nose to be. I'm starting to cut from the top down to the bottom on both sides and carefully around the side of the cake. Again, I'm trying to get that 3D realistic look, and I feel if you can get the nose right, the whole cake is going to look amazing. Now that I've got the shape that I want, I'll spread some butter icing over the cake with a butter knife until I get a nice clean smooth finish. Again, it helps with any holes you might have in the cake, and it also helps when sticking the fondant icing to the cake. As you can see, I now have the shape that I'm looking for, and I've got an even layer of icing over the whole cake ready for fondant. I've already rolled out some fondant, and obviously now I'm going to place it over the cake carefully without pushing too hard, shape it into place. A good tip to remember is always keep your hands covered with icing sugar, as it makes it easier to work with and your fingers don't stick to the actual fondant. When you're happy with the shape that you got, take your knife and carefully cut it around the bottom of the cake and remove the excess. You might want to keep a little bit of the fondant just to place around the bottom of the cake, just to help with the finished look. The next step is grab your Spider-Man template and carefully trace around the eyes using a toothpick or something sharp. It's quite important to get the eyes in the right location, as obviously it just helps with the look of the Spider-Man. As you can see, I'm using a red food coloring as the base. I'm starting on the eyes, and obviously with a bit of care, cut carefully around the eye. Again, follow the line you drew from your Spider-Man template. You've got to take a bit of care when working with the eyes, as this can impact the look of the cake. When you've painted the whole face, give it some time to dry, and then grab your thin paintbrush along with your black food coloring and carefully paint around the outside of the eye. Again, don't push too hard and don't cut into the white of the eye. When it comes to painting of the web on the face, make sure you start in the center where the nose is and pull nice uninterrupted lines from the top to the bottom. Again, don't push too hard, as it will make it a thick line, and what you're trying to achieve is a nice thin line. I just want to take this time to thank you guys for watching my version of the Spider-Man cake, and I hope you picked up a few tips along the way. If you don't mind subscribing at the end of this video, I'd appreciate your support, as we do have a few more cakes that are coming out in the future. And once again, hope you enjoy making your version of the Spider-Man cake.